The 49ers beat the Arizona Cardinals 41-22 in a game that wasn't even that close. The 49ers now improve their record to 7-4, 4-1 in the division with a huge Week 18 matchup against the Seahawks. That's probably going to decide a lot when it comes to playoff seeding, those types of things. So long as the 49ers take care of business against the teams that they should beat. But let's talk about what's most important today. Brock Purdy made his return, and he didn't have to do much, but boy, did he make fans pretty excited because there wasn't much rust. Now, granted, he didn't have to do a whole lot because it was the Arizona Cardinals, but he was 19 of 26, three passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions. But one of the big things is he was not able to scramble at all. It was very clear that he was favoring his turf toe, and good thing he didn't re-aggravate it, but he did play well enough to win, and honestly well enough with the weapons that are at his disposal to be able to overcome the 49ers' poor defense. Now, we'll get to the defense in just a bit because there was some good there, but Brock Purdy did well. Let's talk about Christian McCaffrey, too. He had 3 touchdowns. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, again, over 100 yards all-purpose, 81 rushing, 40 receiving. In fact, he averaged 6.2 yards on the ground, 8 when he caught the ball. He was absolutely the number one option, the best player on the field. Christian McCaffrey absolutely tore it up. George Kittle also, 50 touchdowns. What a feat for this week. George Kittle is probably very stoked that Brock Purdy's back because he had 2 touchdowns this week. Now let's talk a little bit about the defense. The defense, let's talk about the good. 3 turnovers. That's right. 3 turnovers. They had 2 interceptions. You had Deommodore Lenoir, who almost returned for a pick 6, and there were questions whether he'd play because he injured his calf during practice. And so, huge by him, but also you had a pick by Malik Mustafa, which is great. Second-year safety. In fact, Robert Saleh, he's the entrenched starter at safety, while the other one, we're still trying to figure out if it's going to be Jairus Brown's job, Jason Pinnock, or Marcus Siegel is going to come back and reclaim that. Now, speaking of Siegel made a huge pass breakup on a 2-point conversion, and so that was huge. It's good to see the young defense starting to make their mark. In fact, Upton Stout, on the goal line, ends up breaking up, forcing a fumble on the goal line, and Keon White got that recovery. It was a huge play of the game. But one of the things that they need to work on is their pass defense. They gave up 47 receptions to Jacoby Brissett, setting an NFL record for pass completions against the defense in the entire NFL. That's not the type of record that you want. So they have some things to do. They need to improve their pass rushes. They need to improve setting the edge. But luckily, they scored enough points to where it didn't really matter. And so hopefully the 49ers continue to get healthy. Hopefully we get good news from Eddie Pinheiro and come back next week and try to get another W.